CAD, that is computer aided design, is extremely important and widely used to design and develop the products that are to be used by the consumers. CAD drawings offer the flexibility to design and model in a different format which were done previously by hand. This digital format makes data handling easier, safer and quicker. Many CAD programs are developed that use 3D drawings to maximize productivity and provide quicker and better results. CATIA, that is computer aided 3-dimensional interactive application that is developed by Dassault System, is one of the important design tools. This is the most user-friendly software for 3D modeling and also for the simulation. Many of the mechanical engineering oriented companies are using this software and the output that they are receiving is quite fascinating. Watching these videos of this channel will not only help you to understand but also help you to generate any complex geometry very easily. So here is CAD Techie discussing with you some of the basic commands you need to understand at the beginning. Hello guys, when you open CATIA you will see this kind of interface in front of you. So we can see that this is product interface and not a part interface. We need to work on part interface. So to open part interface, just go to start, click on mechanical design, part design. This will open this new part dialog box. You can enter the name of the part as you want and just click on OK. So this will open the part interface and it will show that CATIA has provided 3 different standard planes, that this is XY plane, YZ plane and ZX plane to work on. So we can access these planes from here, that this is XY plane, this is YZ plane and this is ZX plane. In basics, there are very few commands that we need to understand. There are the commands from the sketch based features. We need to understand the commands from reference element toolbox and also we need to understand the command from view toolbox. But one thing that is to be noted is not all the commands from the sketch based features are available to us. So we will definitely make them available. But first of all, we need to understand the basic working of CATIA. We will understand the working of CATIA from an example. We will make a cube of length, width and height equal to 50 mm. For this, we will select one of the planes. I will select this XY plane and make a sketch on this plane. To make a sketch, just click on this sketch icon. So this will open the Sketcher interface and we can see that this is the XY plane that we have previously selected. So we will make a square of dimension 50 mm by 50 mm. To make a square, just click on this profile icon and make a line of 50 mm in length, also 50 mm in height, again 50 mm, and this completes our square. So once this square is complete, come back to part interface, just click on this exit workbench icon and you will be back in our part interface. Now we need to give thickness to this sketch, so we will click on this pad command. This will open this pad definition dialog box. This dialog box is asking us length to be entered. So this length is nothing but the thickness that we need to provide. So we will enter this 50 mm. It is also asking the profile to which this thickness should be applied. So we will select this profile as this sketch. So when we click on preview and OK, we get the cube that we want of length, width and height that is equal to 50 mm. So now when we have made this geometry, these all commands are now available for us. Up till now they were not available for us. From this we can understand what exactly is the working principle of CATIA. To make any 3D geometry, we need to make a sketch on one of these 3 planes and then we need to provide a thickness to it. That's it. This is what we have done to this cube as well. So firstly we made a square on one of these planes and then we provided a thickness to it. Many of the 3D geometries in the further videos will be made on this principle only. There are 3 important movements that we need to understand. The first one is zooming, the second one is panning, and the third one is rotation. In order to zoom in, we just have to click on this zoom in command from this view toolbox. So when we click it, we can see that our object is being zoomed. So similarly, if we want to zoom out, we just need to click on this icon. So we can see that our object is being zoomed out. So there is another method to zoom in and zoom out. Just press the control key of your keyboard and then press the roller of your mouse, and then just drag your mouse in the forward direction, and we can see that our object has been zoomed. So similarly, if you want to zoom out, just drag your mouse in the opposite direction, and we can see that our object has been zoomed out. If you want to pan this object, just click on this pan command in view toolbox, click on the screen, and without releasing the button, just drag your mouse. You can see that your object will be dragged as you drag your mouse. There is another alternative method to do this. Just press the middle mouse button or the roller and drag the mouse. So you can see that your object is dragged along with the mouse. Also, if you want to drag this along the specific XYZ axis, then just click on this line on this tower and drag the mouse, and you can see that this object gets dragged along the x-axis. Similarly, this will get dragged along the y-axis. We need to click on this line to drag it along the z-axis. If you want to rotate this part, just select this command from view toolbox, click on the screen, and without releasing the mouse button, drag your mouse. This is how our part will be rotated. So there is another method to achieve this rotation. Just press the middle mouse button and then press the control key from your keyboard and then drag your mouse without releasing these buttons. So this is how our part will be rotated. If you want to achieve a rotation about specific x and y axis, so we need to click on this curve on this tower and drag our mouse along with it. So we can achieve the rotation about x axis. By clicking on this curve, we will get the rotation about y axis, and by clicking on this curve, we will get the rotation about z axis. So we have seen three different types of movement that we can achieve, that is zooming, panning, and rotation. In further upcoming videos, we will be focusing on all the commands from the part and the sketcher interface, and that too in detail. One thing I understand is watching the videos of this channel will not get you any certificate, but I promise you, watching them will surely bring CATIA to your fingertips. After all, owning a skill is more important than owning a certificate. Saying this, I am signing out for now. My name is Sanket, and we will meet in the next video.